just keep fighting, each and every game because it's any given Sunday.
Welcome to Mustard Cats Sports Challenge. My name's Lucas TA. I have a little bit of a cold, but it's week 10. We got a repeat guest coming in. But before we introduce him, we got to recap last week. For crying out loud, I'm on a losing streak and I lost again. 0-8-1. So Ryan beat me 20-15. Was not great. It was very close to the very end. I'm getting frustrated, and I'm making some Hail Mary passes and throws, and I can't get anything going. So we're going to hope for a better week this week. Got some good games going, and hopefully you guys will enjoy round 2 here. But let's welcome in our guest again, Sam.
What's up, everybody? I'm back for round 2.
Great. Freaking great. Hey, so I'm going to ask you 3 new questions since you obviously answered the other ones.
Hey. I will answer those 3 new questions, pal.
Hey. This first question comes from Michael because he requested it the first time when we had this. But what's your favorite color?
Can you pick 2?
No, it has to be 1. Gun to your head.
Time do I have to think about it? Because I do kind of like switch to different colors once in a while. I'm just gonna go with the primary color that I like the most out of like most stuff, and it's black.
Black. Just you're gonna go with black.
But that's why I'm saying if you gave me a second color, black is like my more neutral color that I like. But if I wanted to get exotic, I kind of like this teal. I like teal. I like burgundy, like the avalanche, those type of colors.
Fine. We'll allow that, for crying out loud. Second question. If you could play any professional sport and be great at it, obviously, what sport would it be and what position?
The sport that I'm kind of already good at, but could be better, doesn't have a position, but it would be golf.
Okay.
I like golf because if you're great at it, you can play it for basically your whole life until you turn into like Tiger Woods and then gets old and you can't play anymore. But then you have a kid and you rely on your son to follow your footsteps. Now look at what Charlie Woods is doing. He's going to be in the Pro-Am with Bob Barker fighting Happy Gilmore in a couple weeks.
All right. Well, we'll take that one. The final one. What is your favorite piece of sports memorabilia that you own or that you would like to own? One of the two. Or you can give me both.
I will do both. Right now it's probably my Cale Makar autographed 16 by 20 photo.
Okay.
Personally inscribed with my name.
Okay.
And another inscription is the 2022 Stanley Cup champions. And I could just pan into that quick. Right there.
That's nice.
It's a nice piece. I got that for basically it was a bachelor party gift.
Okay.
But basically more of like a wedding gift.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's probably my favorite. And if I could own something else, it's actually the Brett Favre autographed game issue jersey that we have for sale on our website right now. Always been a long life Brett Favre fan. So if somehow that could come my way, that would probably be framed and put up in my man cave in the basement.
Hey, that's a nice plug right there.
Oh yeah, just gotta persuade my wife to say, okay, let's buy it.
Well, you never know.
Yes, I'm wearing a Dolphins sweatshirt, but the only reason I'm wearing this Dolphins sweatshirt is because these are like these Pro-Line Russell sweatshirts. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but they're very hard to find. I'm always watching for them on eBay, but they're so comfortable. these teams used to wear them in the 90s. So this one's basically brand new, and it's probably from like 1998, 97.
Okay.
So
I do like the old logo that it has on there. You want to show that logo again? The old dolphin?
it's not really the logo; it's just
No,
spelled
but
out.
no,
But
on the
they're all the same. All the fonts the same.
no,
It's
on the
just like,
bottom, the helmet.
oh, there is a logo
Yeah,
on
yeah,
there.
see, look at that. Look at that. It's
You know
nice.
what? Sometimes I don't see those because my belly's too big.
Uh, well, uh, moving on. Let's move on to the weekend recap, kind of all the sports. I guess let's start off with football because one, football is kind of our bread and butter right now, at least.
Yep.
Do you have any games that you really stood out to you? Spectacular, shitty, just anything in general like that?
Well, as a Packers fan, I happened to watch the Packers-Lions game, and I had more hype going into watching that game than the actual outcome of the game.
Mhm.
I it's just kind of unfortunate. Um, I think Jordan Love's having a great season,
Mhm.
minus his picks.
Yep.
But if you watch all of his interceptions from this year, I guarantee you half of them are just like the stupid, one of our wide receivers puts his hand up and it gets deflected right into the guy's hand, or just like the one
Yeah.
against the Lions. I mean, it was a rainy game. How many games are we going to get where we have to play on shitty turf, shitty weather, all this kind of stuff? I'm not saying, the Lions won that game fair and square,
Mhm.
but I saw Jared Goff wearing gloves. Not that I'm a fan of quarterbacks wearing gloves, but he has a good point. If it's going to be wet, the ball's going to be slippery. He had more grip than Jordan Love. Jordan Love threw a pick. He threw a pick six right to the guy, like 4 feet away. Boom, boom, and that was game. But other than the Packers losing, I don't think it's a terrible loss. Lions are good this year, but now we're going
Yeah.
into a bye, which helps, and then that gives Jordan Love an extra 2 weeks to heal,
Mhm.
heal fully. Maybe we'll see. Um, Other games, Cowboys are frauds.
Yeah, I will agree with you there. They
I'm sorry if you're a Cowboys fan, but I mean, I don't blame them going into the season. I bet they thought that, this is it. This is our year. This is redemption. We're going to get it all back. Not happening. I don't even think they're going to make the playoffs.
yeah, they just looking at it like when you look at the score 27-21, you might be like, "Oh, it was probably a close game." But it wasn't. So
No, they just can't win.
those are garbage touchdowns. So,
And they lost Dak Prescott. I don't know how long he's out, but he had a quad injury or
yeah.
a hamstring injury, and then CD Lamb apparently got injured. I mean, if they're both out next week, I don't know if they're on the bye next week or if they already had their bye, but I don't know who they play either. But
Oh, we'll get into that. The only people that have buys this coming week are the Browns, Packers, Raiders, and Seahawks. So,
okay, I think
but
Justin Herbert's looking pretty good. He got a nice W.
he did.
Um, Bears are basically who everyone thought they are.
Trash.
Yeah, trash wagon. Frauds, if you want to say
Yeah,
that.
yeah, they're
They're starting out 4-0, and then here they show these clips of Caleb Williams, shaking hands with CJ Stroud after the Texans beat him, and CJ Stroud's trying to like hype him up a little bit like this, and he's all pissed because he's like a rookie last year. And now they're just lost like 3 in a row. So
yeah,
that's probably where they belong. Vikings got lucky. They barely beat the Colts. Haven't seen anything from them lately.
Well, it was looking really bad in the beginning for Minnesota, and then
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So, I will say though, the Bears did lose to the Cardinals, which I don't understand in what world these where are they? They're like 6 and something, I believe.
The Cardinals?
Yeah. No, they're 5-4. How are the Cardinals 5-4?
Well, they started very bad. And just in all out of the ordinary, if you want to think like a Vikings fan, this is a great way to think about it. Well, we're not going to put the Vikings in this situation, but this is how it works. So since the Packers beat the Cardinals,
Yeah.
and the Cardinals beat the Bears,
Okay.
we're better than the Bears and the Cardinals.
That's true.
It's a good logic.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with that. Yeah, no, you hit the nail on the head there. Eagles played a good game. They kind of fell apart a little bit at the end, but I think that was just soft defense.
Saquon Barkley had an insane play. I don't know if you saw that.
Was that
I think it was either a screen pass to the left, and then he did like a juke.
And then flip over him.
He juked a guy, and then right after the juke, he was like basically running backwards, and he jumped in the air and hurdled a guy running backwards, and still gained like 3 yards after that. Pretty cool play.
Very athletic.
Yeah, but I used to like Saquon. It's not that I don't like him anymore, but it's just like I liked the Eagles so much without Saquon, and now that he's on that team, I just feel like he's the only player that's getting the ball. I still like to see Jalen Hurts throw the ball down the field, but that guy, Saquon's a monster this year, and I could have drafted him, but I didn't draft him in my fantasy league because I always think he's going to get injured. So it's like a liability issue there.
Because you were scared?
I'm 3-6, pal, in our league, so I'm in 8th place, 9th place actually.
Yeah, but you were scared to pick him up.
Yeah. Yep.
You were just scared. I guess another notable good catch would have been Garrett Wilson. He had that amazing catch in the back of the end zone. Garrett Wilson, the Jets.
Amazing.
It was one-handed. He jumped
I've
up
made plenty of those in my life.
Michael Jordan.
I used to play football catch, only using one arm to catch the ball, and I would probably go 50 for 50 on all one-handed catches. It's not that hard.
Well, you do have the Odell look right now, so all right, Odell.
Yeah, Odell's was actually a lot better. I watched both replays. I watched both replays 3 times over, and the way the ball came into Odell's and how he had to turn his body rather than it's basically Garrett Wilson just went up like this and caught it. I see the ball's floating in the air from Aaron Rodgers. The guy can't even throw a peanut 10 yards. You think that ball's coming in that fast? Not really. They're both mutts. I mean, why do you think Davante Adams chose to go to that team?
Because he wanted to play with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, you're about to say Brett Favre. He's kind of out of that league.
Well, you got me thinking about Brett Favre now all the time.
That's good, because Brett Favre was better than Aaron Rodgers.
That's debatable.
Okay, so if it's debatable, why do you think Aaron Rodgers chose to do the exact same footsteps as Brett Favre did? However, Brett Favre did not get injured his first year or his only year as a Jet.
I don't know.
And he went 8-8 for the Jets. Aaron Rodgers has got 5 games to go 8-8.
No, I think they got 3 games. So, 5 games. So, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Well, don't worry. This is going to be like the time where he played for the Packers and they had to win 7 in a row, and then they ended up losing 3 of them. And he's like, we still have a chance. We're still going to make the playoffs.
They might.
We'll see.
Yeah. Other than that, it was, I wouldn't say a quiet weekend, but a somewhat normal weekend, if you can count it normal. Freaking Chiefs, just doing 8-0 stuff. So they're a bunch of frauds, but whatever.
You gotta love the Chiefs.
No, I don't.
No,
I don't. I don't love a team that has the refs in their back pocket.
Hey, they got DeAndre Hopkins now. Look, he has 2 touchdowns in his first game. He had 1 touchdown with the Titans for 5 years in a row. That's sweet. Now he's so good again. Everyone's going to be picking him up in fantasy, drafting him first round. Guy's a bum.
Did you try and pick him up at all?
No, because someone already had him on their bench. Haven't used him all year, and then they probably didn't use him this time, and then all of a sudden they're like, I got to start this guy now. I'm a morph.
Well, let's move on to NHL.
Let's do it.
So, I don't know. Do you have any notable games, notable players, anything that's been going on?
Yes,
in the hockey world.
Yep. I actually have 2 players
Yeah.
and 1 team to talk about.
They can't be the Avalanche.
Colorado Avalanche. And it's Nathan MacKinnon and Cale Makar.
Okay.
If anyone's talking about NHL right now, it should be about those 2 players right now. They are both on sorry if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's 13 games, however many games from the start of the season. They both scored at least 1 point in every game.
Yeah.
And just coming off last night, MacKinnon had 5 assists. He is now the NHL point leader. Not exactly sure on the point number. I don't look at stats like a lot, so you can't hate me for not knowing the exact stat. I did see, however, Makar he left the game yesterday. I didn't see that injury either. I don't know if he's out long term or if it's just a short term injury.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that counts towards having the game streak if you're not playing the games. So I think if he's missing a few games, that does not count
you might
towards. But they did show like MacKinnon and Makar point streak.
Mm-hmm.
There was like a Sidney Crosby and Chris Letang point streak who is in the lead, and then there's like Mario Lemieux, Yager, I think was one of them, and they're right underneath them. I think they can continue to do it. It's not that hard. I mean, they're just unstoppable right now.
Well,
the record does not show, but they'll get back to ground zero.
It's early. I was gonna say
it's way too early.
But
if you live in the state of Minnesota like I do, the Wild are playing pretty well, and they're like 8-1 or 8-2 and whatever, and they're all thinking we got to buy our Stanley Cup tickets right now, and I'm like this.
The Jets though, they got a really good record, 12-1.
The Jets are playing some good hockey.
So
they're a very quality team. I do find them a little older, but they've stayed the same team for a long time. They don't make many moves.
Mm-hmm.
They've had a pretty strong core for a while. I mean, if you keep your core, that's what I feel like the Avalanche did. After they won the Stanley Cup in 2022, they kind of gutted like a lot of good players on their team, and then here come all these new players. And now they don't have any, rhythm. They don't have any poetry, and then they start losing games. They don't know what it takes to win the Stanley Cup again. But I think they'll get back into the groove and make the playoffs, make a good run this year. I don't have any doubt in my mind.
All right.
I mean, think about it. Nathan MacKinnon, he doesn't even skate in warm-ups anymore, or not warm-ups, but practices. He doesn't skate anymore. You know what he does?
What?
He goes in swimming pools, and he goes underwater, and he like flips upside down with his eyes open or something weird to like help him with his like concentration on the ice. That's crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
I can't remember exactly what they do, but he goes underwater and he like
does something.
That's just how he reacts fast.
Yeah.
Unlike Connor McDavid, he's probably resting on his bum right now at home because his little toenail got jammed or something in a game.
All right. I'm going to give you 2 teams, and I'll write it down. And by the end of this season, whichever one had the better season, if you were right, maybe you'll get a prize. I don't know, but you'll get kudos. I'm going to give you 2 teams. I'll give you their record, and you will have to let me know which one's going to finish highest.
Okay. Is this for hockey?
Hockey, yes.
Okay.
Is it going to be the San Jose Sharks, who are 4-8?
Okay.
Or, hold on, I'm flipping over to the Eastern. The Philadelphia Flyers.
What's the Flyers record?
Oh, sorry. Theirs are shoot. It's like 4-8. So basically the same.
The Sharks, I like the Sharks. Can't blame you, right? They have a sweet logo.
They do.
When they wear their throwback jerseys, those are dirty. I feel I want to pick the Sharks because they got Macklin Celebrini, and he's their number 1 overall pick. but he hasn't been playing much. But he's supposed to be healthy again.
Well,
But the Flyers just have better players.
it's just who's going to go farther. Who's going to get
The Flyers.
You think the
Flyers.
you think they're going to end?
Yeah, like I told you, I want to pick the Sharks, but it's the Flyers, hands down. Easy.
Right. Well,
the Sharks always end up like last place every single year. They never do anything. Ever since getting rid of Joe Thornton, Joe Pavelski, Logan Couture, that team's just like a bunch of mutts.
Hey, that's my team. You don't say that.
Well, whatever, man. Time to pick different.
Maybe I'll come up with some sort of thing. If I'm right, you gotta give me something. If you're right, then because I'm picking the Sharks. So.
All right, fine.
So, other than that, kind of about it that I've kind of noticed through hockey. Nothing too crazy. I guess the Panthers are doing somewhat well record-wise. So, the Florida Panthers. Yeah,
they're not on my radar at all.
Well, they're 9-3.
They're pretenders this year. They're not going to be. They're not going to be what they did last year. They're just going to be pretenders. Hats off to them for winning the Stanley Cup last year because I did not want Connor McDavid to win Stanley Cup because if he would have been. It only would have taken one Stanley Cup for Connor McDavid to be the best hockey player ever to live. He would have been surpassed Gretzky because everyone just loves Connor McDavid.
Hey, if you got a problem with him, send him a letter.
No, I don't have a problem with him, but what he looks like anytime I see a picture of him, he looks like this.
Perfect. Yeah, you got some white stuff on you, pal.
You like that? Oh no, that's not what I think it is.
Anything else in hockey before we move on to NBA?
I don't think so. No, I think we're ready to move on.
All right. Well, NBA, I didn't watch too much NBA, so I don't have a lot of like game scenarios or anything. But the Cavaliers are 9-0, so that's pretty amazing. And the Thunder, who I made fun of last time, are 7-0. So.
Well, I think the reason for their records is because the Cavaliers have Spider-Man on their team, and the Oklahoma City Thunder have Thor on their team. So that's probably why they're undefeated.
That literally makes an ounce of sense, but okay.
No, it makes plenty of sense. Just wait until the comments start flowing through after this video.
Spider-Man.
Well, I don't know if you are aware, but there's a player on the Cavaliers, but Donovan Mitchell. His nickname is Spida Mitchell.
So it's
but you could just call him Spider-Man because he's a man and he probably hates spiders. And then Thor on the Thunder is probably Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, even though he's not even as close to being the size of Thor. Other than that, I don't watch too much basketball either. However, I did just see tonight the Lakers are playing the Memphis Grizzlies, and they were showing a couple clips of Ja Morant. He went down and did like a layup, and then he basically did that. You know, you put your hand on the floor like the guy's small because he did a layup over him, and then LeBron James came back down and basically, I think Ja Morant flopped pretty big, but you know. LeBron James put a shoulder in him. He fell on the ground. He made his layup, and then LeBron actually hit the floor with his hand. Like Ja Morant's this small, where LeBron was this small. So, thought that was pretty interesting. I like Ja Morant. I think he's going to make a pretty big comeback after all that. I'm going to flash a gun.
Well, the Bucks aren't doing very good. But it's early, 1-6. Hopefully they can do something with their lives. And the Jazz are 1-6 also. So
I think Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to be traded either this season or next season. I think the Bucks should start looking into a rebuild. I could be way off. This is some guy that's never watched a Bucks game other than the playoffs like 3 or 4 years ago. But hey, you never know. Some teams have to do that. They were just talking about who was it for football? Miles Garrett or no, what's his name? Miles Garrett,
Tom Brady.
not the Browns guy. Michael Parsons.
Oh, yeah.
They were maybe saying like, hey, maybe the Cowboys should do a rebuild right now, and if they were
Yeah.
to trade Michael Parsons right now, they could get a lot of draft capital. They could get a lot of draft capital for Michael Parsons.
Yeah.
But trade deadline's over, so
It is.
it was a really fun trade deadline too. A lot of good trades out there.
Hey, before we talk about those trades, because we'll talk about that shortly here, do you have anything else for the NBA? No, me neither. But I will definitely be getting more into NBA, watching more games regularly rather than just highlights, and I will also be doing it with NHL because one of two things is happening. One, NASCAR is down to their last race, and two, Mustard Cats will not be doing any more NASCAR content because NASCAR is not a legitimate sport anymore. So it will not be produced or talked. Well, we might talk about it if it's a Kyle Larson thing because I still like Kyle Larson, and I can follow Kyle Larson in his Dirt series and the Indy 500. But NASCAR is just not. It's not a legitimate series. They don't have legitimate playoff or points. They just have this fake playoff. So this will be the last time we talk specifically week to week about NASCAR, and there will be no BS chart for NASCAR. Well, I might do one more, just a big hurrah, but otherwise, no more NASCAR. But we might replace that with F1 or something else, or we'll just put more of our top four sports.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, if you wanted to fill in for another category for NASCAR, I was maybe thinking we could talk about dog breeds.
Perfect. On Mustard Cats, we'd love that.
Yeah, I mean, cats and dogs don't get along, but maybe they could. First time ever.
Welcome to Mondays where we talk about dog breeds. Hey, we might do that. But I will recap the NASCAR real quick. Ryan Blaney won, and he got into the championship. So the championship four are Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, Tyler Reddick, and William Byron. Out of all four of those guys, honestly, the only one that probably deserves to be in the final four is William Byron, based on his stats. Obviously, Tyler Reddick was this season regular season champion, but he's produced garbage stats in the playoffs. And the people that should be in the top three, probably Christopher Bell, Kyle Larson.
Hey, well, we went to the Iowa race this year, and Blaney won that one, so maybe we want to cheer for Blaney.
No, Blaney has had arguably, well, he's had the most DNFs. He's had one of the worst average finishes of anyone in the top 10. And honestly,
but remember, Lucas, it's always about the results at the end, not what they do at the beginning or throughout the season.
Hey, well, then maybe they should just run like 2 races. And
I mean, look at this. Look at Aaron Rodgers. He tore his Achilles last year, didn't play a game, and now look at the comeback he's made since.
Well, either way, I'm done covering it, and hey. I'm done watching it as a fan until they get rid of the playoffs because it's not legit. You can't compare it to old ones. And
I can turn this into a real dog. Watch this. Never mind.
Well, either way, I hope you guys look forward to Monday dog breeds because we'll bring that to you guys.
Dog breeds: golden retrievers, German wire hairs, and Weimar Riders.
I actually like that idea. We might actually do that this Monday. Look for dog breeds on the BS scale. Hopefully your dog's not a fraud.
Hey, it's coming your way. I like that idea too. So makes me want to just sit back in a nice old grandpa chair and have a nice hot beer.
Well, that's it for the recap. So let's go into some current events. We were just talking about the trade deadline. The notable ones that I saw that were noteworthy are basically three teams. The first one being Marshawn Lattimore, that's going to the Commanders. The only reason why I say that is because Commanders are a winning team, so it's hopefully only going to help them. And then the Steelers got Preston Smith and Mike Williams, even though Mike Williams is maybe but we'll see, I guess. And then Ladarius Smith to the Lions. I feel like those were the most notable. There was a couple others like linemen and defense linemen, but they weren't. I didn't think they were noteworthy. So I don't know what your thoughts on all that, but
I think most of the players that got traded during the trade deadline basically all walk around their new campuses like this. I want a new team. No, it's all garbage. They're all trash. I don't even think any of those players are good, to be honest. Za'Darius Smith is basically like every other Packer. I'm going to hop around the NFC North because I want revenge. It's just ridiculous. I liked Preston Smith. Unfortunately, I don't know why the Packers would make that move, to be honest. Now we don't have any edge rushers, but I'm sure they know what they're doing. And we got a seventh rounder out of them. We can maybe find a Tom Brady or something on defense or something in the draft. We don't need a quarterback. But.
Tom Brady. Jesus. Yeah, and then like I mentioned earlier, and I will reiterate this because I love to tell people when the buys are, because if there's not a bye week or there is a bye week, but let's just say, hey, I'm stupid and I forgot to take people out of my fantasy team. Well, here you go again, folks. We got the Browns, Packers, Raiders, and Seahawks. They're not playing this week. So if you have any of those people on your fantasy teams, get them off and put them in your bench. Otherwise, you're going to get 0 points. And I'm talking to you specifically, buddy.
Me?
Yeah.
No, you dropped Justin Herbert and I picked him up because Jordan Love was on the bye. So that's perfect. Thanks, pal. He plays the Titans this week. I think that's an easy 22-point game. You watch. I wish I was playing you.
No.
I would screen record the whole weekend until I showed you that Justin Herbert had 22 points.
I beat Brian, and he was, I think, second in our league.
Yeah, I don't know how you're winning. It's pretty amazing.
I'm 4-5. Calm down.
Huh?
I'm 4-5. Calm down. I'm not winning.
Yeah, but you've won more games than I thought you would. You had basically had 4 backups on your bench and 3 third-stringer players on your starting roster. So I didn't think you'd win any games.
I'm beating Gary. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's true. Me too. By 1 game.
And these other 2 we kind of already talked about too in our recap. I just wanted to highlight the undefeated teams in the NBA, which Cleveland Cavaliers and the Oklahoma City Thunder, both undefeated. So we'll see how long they go undefeated.
Remember, it's the Kansas City Thunder. Remember?
Yeah, you know what? I was
going. A couple
weeks
ago. Yeah,
you know what? You know what? We're just not going to talk about that. I'm just going to get my Trailblazer and just drive off. So
that's like my old high school people that used to spell out Aaron Rodgers, and it was always Aaron Rodgers. They never knew how to spell Rodgers. Pretty insane. Hope those guys are doing pretty well nowadays.
There's a D in it. And then the NHL, the Winnipeg Jets are 12-1, so they're doing some work. So other than that, I don't know if you have any other current events or heard any other fun little tips around the leagues, any of the leagues?
Not really.
No, hey, that's fine, because we're heading into some BS.
This is BS.
This is BS. So obviously, if no one follows us on social media, go follow us on all of our social medias. Find the Mustard Cat Bottle. Follow us, because every week we drop BS rankings on it used to be top 5 sports, but now it's top 4 sports. So NFL, NHL, NBA, MLB, we do all of them. And it's a wonderful chart where we do a 4-way of bums and studs, dogs and frauds. 4-way. Check it out. I'll pop up a couple of them from this week. But Sam and I are just going to go through a couple of notable bums and studs, teams, players, just throughout the leagues, starting now. So do you want to start off in the NHL first, or do you want to start NBA?
I'll start NHL. I believe it's pretty easy.
Okay.
Basically, there's two GOATs,
Mhm.
and I've already mentioned them in this video.
Yeah.
Cale Makar and Nathan McKinnon. However, to me, there hasn't really been any bums.
Okay.
I would say Connor McDavid's a bum, but he's injured, so I can't say he's a bum. I would say there's a few teams underperforming this year so far. I will say Avalanche.
Are bums?
No, they're not bums. I was saying they're underperforming.
Underperforming. Okay.
I'll have no issue with them later in the season, but just an odd start, as an Avalanche fan. Lightning are not doing like what they should be doing. They should be an 8-0 team, whatever.
Yeah.
Haven't really been paying attention to many of the rookies. Macklin Celebrini scored a goal, I believe, but he's got injured, and now he just came back last night. I don't know if he did anything 2 nights ago. But yeah, like you said, Jets are playing really well. Predators are underperforming. They went out in free agency and got a bunch of people like Stamkos. Stamkos has 2 points in 13 games? Literally have not done. They have to rebuild. They're getting old. They don't know what they're doing.
Well,
Kings are looking good.
Do you want to know who's a complete bum? And they're bums. No doubt about it. The Blackhawks. You heard it right. The Blackhawks.
Blackhawks?
No, Blackhawks.
Yeah.
Bums. They're bums.
Yeah, Connor Bedard. I will say he's a bum.
They're bums.
He's on my fantasy team. We do a fantasy team. I think he's on my team. Maybe he's not. But he doesn't score anything. He doesn't do anything.
You trade raped me the last time, though, on that.
Well, sorry. I told my wife that, hey, he accepted this trade. I bet he only accepted it because he liked the last names of the players that I gave him. Neil Pionk and Jake Gunsel. Just the sound of the name. Those sound funky. I want those guys on my team.
Hey, you got me there.
Yeah, that's basically it for me for hockey. Like I said, I only follow one team, it's the Avalanche, but if I hear any news on any other certain things, then I'll know about it. But yeah, thanks for reminding me of Connor Bedard, because it's crazy as a sports card hobbyist. Connor Bedard Young Gun PSA 10 still sell for over $1,500, and it doesn't make any sense. I feel like a player should have to do something to achieve something, put in a ridiculous stats, not, hey, I deked a defenseman out and I scored a goal. Whoop-de-doo. Would you do that once in 40 games? No one cares about that. So I think he's a bum. I think he's just going to be a first overall bust.
His whole team's a bum. So
yeah.
I will say the Golden Knights are looking pretty studly.
Yes.
So they are pretty studly.
Yeah, they have a good team too. They're pretty solid all around. They also made a few moves in the offseason. I think they're pretty good pickups. They're showing for it. So Ivan Barbashev played for the Blues. Now he plays for the Knights. He's playing pretty well. He's like a second line winger. He's been scoring points every game.
Yeah,
taking him to fantasy fan duels and stuff. Scores every time for me.
All right. Do you have any more for the NHL? Any more bums? Any more studs?
No.
No? All right. On to NFL. Do you want to start, or do you want me to start the bums and studs of the NFL?
You start it, and I'll kind of listen and just refresh my memory.
We're going to start off really easy and really simple. The Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, they're bums, they're frauds. They're disgusting. They belong.
Are they bums and frauds because you don't like them, or you still believe that they don't deserve to be where they're at?
They are frauds because the NFL and the refs baby them.
Do you
They
think
baby them and give them the easiest, best calls possible. And arguably, Patrick Mahomes' best game was last week.
so? Would you consider them in a different category if they were blowing out teams instead, rather than just by winning by 3, 4, 7 points? Like if they would have beat the Bucks on Monday night 45-20, then would you be saying like, okay, yes, they're the Chiefs?
And if they weren't getting all these weird calls that seem to sway the game one way or the other, maybe momentum's going for one team and then they get a call, or vice versa. They're holding Patrick Mahomes down and then they get a call. Just stupid
Let
things.
me.
So
Can I ask the host something?
what?
If you were to put Patrick Mahomes on the Las Vegas Raiders at the beginning of the season,
Yep.
would that team be 7-0?
No, because Patrick Mahomes isn't that great of a quarterback.
So do you think it's what's around him, the coaching staff?
Oh yeah,
his tight end.
Andy Reid is the whole heart of that team.
He's a very good coach.
Yeah,
and it shows for. Not only from coaching the Chiefs, but he's coached the Packers. He's coached the Eagles.
Yeah.
He's obviously had success, and he's probably right underneath Bill Belichick.
Mm-hmm.
So
I would say that. So
yeah, I'm not a fan of Mahomes. I'm not a fan of Travis Kelce. I'm not a fan of DeAndre Hopkins. The only Chief player that I actually don't mind watching is injured.
So how can you watch him?
I can't watch him. But it's Rashee Rice. I like Rashee Rice. That's about it.
Okay.
I was gonna like Xavier Worthy. I wanted the Packers to draft him, and they didn't. And then he's just like, "Hey guys, let's draft this wide receiver, but never give him the ball."
Ever. Another bum. The Browns, the Giants. They're both bums. They should just quit and start over next year. Take the next 9 weeks off. Hey, you don't need to show up. You're bums.
Send them to Cancun already. Just forfeit the rest of the season. No, actually, what I think that the Giants should do is bench Daniel Jones and bring in Drew Lock.
Oh, you think so?
And you know what I think the Browns should do? I think they should take Jameis Winston, throw him into the trash behind them, and then start Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Because, hey, let's just give this old guy that started in 2015 that hasn't done anything, even though he says he's the best quarterback in the league, like 6 consecutive seasons on the bench. But, yeah, let's just start him. We'll throw 3 picks in the third, in 3 quarters, but we'll keep him in the fourth quarter after he's thrown like 16 picks. Don't worry about putting the backup quarterback in and give him a chance. And then the other thing I want to say about the Seahawks, Geno Smith is a bum. So you can put him down on the bum chart, clown chart, wherever you want to do it.
Yeah.
Put Sam Howell in.
Hmm.
They're wasting games. They've lost 4 in a row, I think. The Seahawks. They started hot.
Yeah,
but Geno Smith is not the right option. And I don't know how coaches or whoever's dealing, who puts the quarterback in, who makes the changes. I don't know. But are they just all mental there? Put Sam Howell in.
It's Jerry Jones. He makes the call.
Jerry Jones is a complete moron too. He's better than he should.
Hey, that's my
grandpa.
grandpa.
Does he run a football club? He should run a funeral home.
Get that dead body out of the room. We got to get room for the other ones.
Yeah, wait. Take his Cowboys jerseys off. Hey, give me that Cowboys jersey.
The Saints are bums. Complete bums. They're complete.
The Raiders
bums.
aren't bums. The Raiders.
I didn't say the
bench Minshew. If they bench Minshew this week, I'd like to see Desmond Ridder play a full game again.
Yeah.
I know we're not the only ones wanting to see that. There's one more person that would like to see him come in and start a game and see how he does.
Yeah. Well, he might get his chance. They got a bye this week, and then they play after. So.
Oh, the Raiders do.
Yeah. So. Do
you
need me to recap? Do you have any Raiders players on your team?
No, I wish the Raiders
sure?
had better players, but they don't. But this is what I'm saying. I like the Raiders as a team from history, like
Yeah.
overall history.
Yeah.
I like their logo, I like their colors, but then there's like seasons where like there's no one on the team that I like. Like Devontae Adams went there when he first got traded. I liked it, but I didn't like Derek Carr. If you
Hey,
would have had some other quarterback, I would have liked that move.
do you know
But
do you know do you know who else went to the Raiders?
Jordy Nelson.
I didn't even plan that. I was just like, I'm gonna put that jersey out. Maybe
The
we'll
only
talk
reason
about.
you like Jordy Nelson is because your favorite high school buddy, Andrew Nelson.
How'd you know?
And the only reason you like Miller Lite is because Matt Miller from high school.
I know.
Shout out to those two
It's,
guys.
it's the only thing I drink. Miller Lite, Jordy
Yeah.
Nelson.
Hey Matt, I love you. Bye.
Funny story, if they ever do watch this, on the John Marshall page on Facebook that I made a long time ago. And then there's a couple of people that are moderators and admins or whatever, and they can do what they want all over the site. But I made Matt Miller one of those people, just randomly. I don't know if he accepted it or not, but it's for you to do what you want, Matt.
No, he's a
Oh,
good guy. Matt's a
yeah.
good guy. We should reconnect.
I like Matt. Do you got any other bums, studs? I would say Aaron Rodgers is looking like a stud, but you're probably like, that guy's a trash mongrel.
What, did he win one game this year by himself? Bums and studs. Caleb Williams is a bum.
Yeah.
See, how my brain works for football is if I'm trying to think of players who are bums or studs, I can list every single team in alphabetical order.
Yeah.
So I just kind of go down the teams and think of who their players are really quick.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bears, Caleb Williams, bum. That guy's gonna be hands down a Jamarcus Russell. So all these Bears fans can get excited about getting a couple wins, but wait until his second or third year. He's gonna have a sophomore slump, and then he's gonna have a junior jump off the bridge year. And then see you in the senior funeral home. That's what it's going to be.
The one that Jerry Jones runs?
Yes.
Oh,
Caleb Williams will be laying in a casket in his funeral home.
Give me that Cowboys jersey.
That's not a Cowboys jersey. That's a Bears jersey.
Get that off him. Put a Cowboys jersey on him. Now take it off of him.
Now he'll be dead by that time.
Jerry Jones is going to live forever.
Yeah. The only person to live forever is the Beast from the Sandlot.
Yeah.
Remember that pickle you got into? Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. Do you got any NBA bums?
No.
I don't really yet. I would say maybe the Bucks are kind of bums because they're just bumming it around on the bottom, but I don't really got any.
I think for the NBA,
Michael Jordan's a stud, though.
I think in the NBA,
Yeah, just ignore.
In the NBA, whoever the shortest person is in the NBA is a stud, and everyone else taller than him is a bum.
So you're basically saying that 90%, 99% of the people are bums.
99.9. Whoever the shortest person is in the NBA, I don't know who it is. But I used to love Muggsy Bogues.
Why? Because you guys used to hang out together?
No, he played for the Charlotte Hornets.
But
yeah, that's it for NBA. Next sport.
Well, that's all of them. So
okay. Now we're on to the meat and potatoes.
Well, not yet. Before we get there, I just want to say there is one last category, but I'm not going to let you talk about it. NASCAR. They're all bums. Every single one of them. None of the drivers, but every single person that is running that thing are complete bums. Everyone. Because if you can sit there and tell yourself that the playoffs are a legit system, you are the biggest bum ever. and Jerry Jones is going to be ripping that Cowboys jersey off your dead body when you're laying in the caskets. God, it pisses me off. All right, that's it. Where are you going?
I gotta go grab a cold one quick before we do their standings.
Crying out loud. Hey, welcome back. You taking a poop there or what?
Yeah, you wish, pal.
Ugh.
Like the good old days, you used to sneak in, crack the door open, and see what I was doing.
All right. Now we are into the main part of the show, the meat and potatoes, the actual show part. It's me, the host, versus Sam, the guest. We have 30 points, 30 scenarios. You get a point per each scenario that you get right. If you get anything wrong, you don't get negative points. You just don't get a point. It goes all the way till Monday Night Football. That is the last game. Once that ends, we'll tally it all up. Whoever has the most points wins the whole thing. Hopefully, I can get a freaking win finally. Last time Sam was on here, he got 21 points. So we'll see if he can go any higher than that. But in the meantime, anyone watching, put a comment down in the comment section, specifically a punishment for me. It's not for the guest. If I lose and there's a punishment down there and it has the most likes, I have to do it. The most recent one was from Michael last week, and I lost. And I will be getting this done. I just don't have an exact date yet, but I'll get it done. I have to, in 24 hours, drink a whole bottle of ketchup, but I don't have to drink it just on its own. I can have it with food. So I'll be doing that and posting that. Also, I have to go to a animal shelter and take a picture with cats. So I'll be doing that. That'll be an easy one, but the ketchup one will not be that easy. I don't know how he got away with doing 2 for 1, but 1 punishment, please, not 2. So
I would just like to make a quick comment.
Yeah.
I will be sweeping you this week, so whatever punishment you guys come up with, that'd be great. The other thing I want to say is the host agreed to whoever had a perfect pick during a video of the guest. He has to buy them a $300 hobby box of any sport they like. And you know how hard it is to get however many picks we do, probably around 25. That's almost impossible, but it's not. But if someone does it, it's a $300 gift.
You can either have that or you can have the 30 for 30 video. Your choice. I'll take the hobby box.
Yeah.
Uh,
Fun little. It's fun ripping packs open. Just, there's a 1-on-1. Never happened in my life.
Crying out loud. So, yeah. So that is the game. We will get started, and the first games or first sport we'll be doing is the NHL Thursday-ish afternoon night. We got the Philadelphia Flyers at the Tampa Bay Lightning. Who you taking, Sam?
Considering that I just took the Flyers to outbeat the Sharks for a season record, that doesn't accumulate to what I pick for tomorrow's game. I'm taking the Lightning at home.
All right, Lightning. It's a solid pick. I also am going with the same one. Not to just be the same.
That's a shock.
The Flyers are trash. I'm not picking them. They're trash.
They actually have a good team. It's like saying the Avalanche are trash when they have the 2 best players in the league right now.
No, that's totally different. The Flyers are trash.
They got Owen Tippett. They got Travis Konechny. That's all I can name right now.
Hey, I can name people too.
Tyson Forrester. He's the guy that no one probably knows about. Well, Flyers fans probably know about him, but I think Tyson Forrester, he's going to be good.
Any more little tidbits?
No. Next question. Next game.
Next one, really good one. It's going to be difficult for you, but it's going to be real easy for me. Because have you looked at any of these, or are you hearing these for the first time? Okay.
Yep.
everyone listening, I always send this copy of all the games to the host or the guest at least a day before. Sam didn't look at him, so
I don't look at anything. I'm always prepared no matter what.
All right, fine.
I love interviews. You think I get nervous for interviews? Absolutely not. And unless they ask me questions like the one interview that I had when I was 16 trying to get a job, I don't even remember the question, but it didn't make any sense. I'll try to think about it as we go, but it was a stupid question.
You gotta fuck one, marry one, and kill one. Go.
For what?
I don't know. Whatever. All right. Colorado Avalanche.
Them.
You don't even want to hear what the next one is?
No, they'll win.
At the Winnipeg Jets.
I'm going to take the team that has a better record.
I am going to take the Jets.
I am going to take them.
I like the Jets. I think they're a good team. I think they're not over hyped, and I think they're just going to wipe the floor with them. McKinnon's still going to continue his streak, but they're just going to get wiped clean.
I think Nathan McKinnon comes out with a nice 2-goal and 2-assist game. If McCarr doesn't play, he's there. I think they're still going to win. So,
all right. Well, how about this brain buster for you? And I can go first if you want me to. It's the Minnesota Wild at the San Jose Sharks.
I'll go first. San Jose all the way.
That's what I wanted.
Sorry, pal.
That's my team.
You should have chose the Wild because you got a Vikings banner on the back.
I do have a Wild shirt. I should have wore it.
Hey, did you hear why the Vikings are eating cereal out of cups?
No.
Yeah, I heard about it, but they always choke in bowls.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, they found a lot of cobwebs in one of the rooms in their facilities, and I guess it was the trophy room.
Thank you again. Any more brain busters?
I think that's all I got.
All right. Well, we're going to stay with Thursday, but we're going to move to some NBA.
Perfect.
And this one's a knee slapper. Utah Jazz at Milwaukee Bucks. You want me to go first? Because I know
Sure.
what I'm picking. The Jazz.
Same. I'm
just gonna copy you.
I have a very wide genre of music, and I like some jazz. I like a little jazz on. So they'll be bringing out the trombones and the flutes, and that's going to be an easy win for the Jazz.
Crying out loud. Well, now we move on to NFL. Still Thursday night football. 4-5 Cincinnati Bengals at the 6-3 Baltimore Ravens. I know who I want. Do you want me to go first?
No, because I know who you're going to pick, and you're going to pick the same team as me.
I don't think so.
I'm going with the Bengals.
Oh, are you?
Because Joe Burrow is ice cold, and he's not like an Aaron Rodgers where they're going to just say, we're going to win out. We're going to win out. They're not going to win out, but they're going to make sure that they win those 7 games that they're talking about. And they won last week. He's going to come firing on the Ravens and make them look like silly putty.
Okay. You were right. I was going to pick Cincinnati. I'm not now.
They have better colors. They have a better helmet. They have Joe Burrow, dude.
The reason why I was going to Cincinnati is because it seems like the Ravens have an issue going up against Ohio teams. They sucked against the Browns, so they're going to suck against the Bengals. But I'm going to go the other way now that you're on that side, and I'm going to go with the Ravens because arguably the Ravens are one of the best teams in the AFC besides the shitty Chiefs.
Yeah, but I think Lamar Jackson is basically a clown for BS because I don't know how he's in the MVP race when he fumbles on every other play. So whatever. Let's move on.
We're going to Friday, going back to NHL. We got 2 games, and the first one is the Detroit Red Wings at the Toronto Maple Leafs. Do you want this one?
Red Wings just played tonight. They beat the Blackhawks 4-1. Obvious. But if they're going into Toronto, I think Toronto comes out with a W.
Toronto. Okay. Well, I am going to go with the Red Wings because I just kind of like their logo. I'm not a huge Detroit fan by any means, but it's a cool logo. What are you petting over there? Are you petting that stuffed animal? Oh, there's a dog. There's a dog.
He's a good dog. Hey, you better hurry this up because I got 20% battery left. I don't know how fast this is going to go down.
Well, you know what? We're speeding it up, okay? So, next one. Vegas Golden Knights at Seattle Kraken.
Golden Knights.
You're doing Golden Knights? You son
Yeah.
of a bitch. Well, I'm going to go the opposite because I'm doing Golden Knights. I need some wins.
And this is why you lose every night because you're talking to a guy that watches hockey, and then you're going to pick every opposite team, and you're going to go 0 for 7 on hockey. Whatever.
No, it's not going to happen.
See, if you just chose every single team that I did, it would be a wash, and then you wouldn't lose. So then you could be like, hey, guys, I didn't lose this week, but I tied.
Then I'm going to get another tie. I already have one tie. I don't need two ties.
Whatever, pal.
Moving to Friday, NBA, New Orleans Pelicans at the Orlando Magic. I'm going with the Magic.
I'm going with the Pelicans.
Why? Because it's a bird?
No, they got Zion Williamson on their team.
Well, moving on to one of my favorite teams, the Portland Trailblazers at the Minnesota Timber Puppies. Who are you taking?
Timberwolves.
Why? Just because you like Timberwolves? I'm a big dog guy.
I like Ant-Man.
Well, I love Trailblazers, so I'm sticking with the Trailblazers. You got to stick with it till that engine just blows, and then you got to put it in the junkyard. So, staying with that.
That's why I drive an SRT. No, not a Neon like you. Not a Durango. Not a Charger. Not a Challenger. Not a 300. Not a
Chrysler.
What's the other one? Chrysler.
300. 300.
No, the other Chrysler. PT Cruiser had one.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, PT Cruiser does. So does a Crossfire.
I don't think a PT Cruiser did.
Yeah, they did. They had the SRT4 motor in it.
Oh well, no, I got the Grand Cherokee.
Oh well.
The thing howls. It's mean.
Well,
I'm driving down the road. I got kids. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Rev it!
You're lucky I don't have my Trailblazer up there because you would get your dust smoked.
Yeah, whatever.
Third game is the Miami Heat at the Denver Nuggets.
No one believes me. They're probably like, that guy probably drives a Ford Taurus. No, I drove that back in high school, but I do have an SRT right here.
Yeah, it's probably an SRT Neon. Do you want me to pick? Did you hear what it was?
You pick.
Oh, you want me to pick? Well, I'm taking the Miami Heat.
I'll pick the other team. I don't even know what you said, but I don't like the Heat. I don't like Jimmy Butler. I think he's a bum.
Well, you got the Denver Nuggets then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last NBA one on Friday, the LA Clippers at the Sacramento Kings. Who are you taking?
Kings.
Kings. Any reason why? Just feeling it?
They're also a hockey team.
This is ridiculous. I'm going with the Clippers.
Yeah, you need a clipper, pal.
I actually just got my hair cut, so.
Hey, I'm going to take the Clippers because I just got a haircut.
I did.
I did.
Moving on to Saturday, college football. Normally we have 4 games, but since there's no NASCAR at all this week, because fuck them, we got 6 games of college football. First one is the 9-0 Miami Hurricanes, ranked 4 at the 5-4 Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets.
I've never heard of the Miami Hurricanes, but I'll take Miami. Because I'm wearing Miami sweatshirt.
Well, I'm taking the Yellow Jackets because, RCTC. Get there. Get there. Get there. Never went there, but I went to a lot of movies, and I just remember hearing that all the time. Play.
I went there 2 years, but that's irrelevant. Taking a 5-4 team against the number one. If they win, if Georgia Tech, you said?
Well, yeah, Georgia Tech, Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, if they beat Miami, it's just like, okay. Are you sure Miami's number one? They're not number one. They're 9-0, but
they're four.
okay.
They're four.
But they're 9-0, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So, next one is the 8-0 Army Black Knights, ranked 18 at the 5-3 North Texas Mean Green. That's a really shitty name.
I'll take the ranked Army.
Yeah, I'm going with the same one there.
Can't disrespect our soldiers.
Yeah, well, I'm also going with that because that
if it was Mean Machines, like the longest yard, I would have taken them.
It doesn't matter. It says it's North Texas Mean Green.
That's what I'm saying. But if their name was Mean Machine, I would take the.
I guess
Mean
Machine.
That's
a better name, but that's a trash name. Again, yeah. I could easily do a whole show on how shitty a lot of these college names are. They're trash mongrels. Hey, why don't you come on down to the North Carolina trash mongrels? What is that? It's like a little cat with like trash all over it. Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. I like that. Trash mongrels? Hell yeah.
Next one. The 6-2 Clemson Tigers, ranked 19 at the 5-4 Virginia Tech Hunkies.
Gotta go with the Tigers. Part of Mustard Cat's.
I'm a big Tiger guy.
Yeah, I guess
I'm going.
I guess I'll remember that next time you name a company and you don't want to like any kind of cat.
I'm going with Virginia Tech because Ward Burton had Virginia Tech on his race car one time, and Jeb Burton, follows them. So, just gonna go with it.
Okay. Well, there's another loss. Write it down.
Yeah, thanks. You're gonna be crying when you're like,
these people in the comments are gonna be like, "This guy's a complete idiot."
Well, maybe this is my winning way. I finally get my first win. Number 4 is the 7-1 Georgia Bulldogs, ranked 2 at the 7-2 Ole Miss Rebels, ranked 16. Who you taking this one, hot shot?
Who's the first team you said?
Is the Georgia Bulldogs, and they're ranked 2. They're 7-1, and then Ole Miss Rebels, ranked 16.
I'll take Georgia.
You taking Georgia?
Yep, they got a G on their helmet.
Ugh. I'm taking the home team, Ole Miss. They're gonna pull something out. Here's number.
Can't wait till you text me on Saturday and be like, "I can't believe I lost all my college football picks."
Yeah, right. Game 5 for college. He's the 5-4 Michigan Wolverines at the 9-0 Indiana Hoosiers, ranked 8. I'm taking the Hoosiers.
Same.
Yeah, it's just copycat. Yeah.
Tom Brady days are over in Michigan. They're just trash mongrels.
Well, that's the North Carolina trash mongrels.
Yeah, whatever. No, North Carolina's Tar Heels.
No, they got another team. They're the ones close.
I run down the hot tar street and I have Tar Heels.
See, another stupid name. Last college football game is the 6-2 Alabama Crimson Tide, ranked 11 at the 6-2 LSU Tigers, ranked 14. I'm taking the Tigers because mustard cakes.
Who was the first team again? I always miss the first team.
Alabama Crimson Tide, ranked.
I'm taking
11.
Alabama.
You're taking Alabama? Well, I'm taking the Tigers. So kiss my grits, pal.
You might as well. That's good that you're taking LSU because they have the same colors as the Vikings, which would make sense. I'm wearing a Packers shirt. I got a Vikings banner. I'm going to cheer for the team that has purple and yellow in it. Yeah. And Justin Jefferson went there. That makes all sense.
Big Justin Jefferson guy. Love that guy. All right. Moving on to some NFL football, noon games only right here. We got the 2-7.
Hey, look, I'm Dwight Schrute. Keep going, pal. Time's almost running out here.
Hey, we're almost done. Calm down.
My dog's about to bark. She probably needs to go out.
Well, quit stressing me out, okay? We got the 2-7 New York Giants at the 2-7 Carolina Panthers. Which one are you picking?
Panthers.
What?
Panthers.
Why?
Bryce Young is back. He looks good. I like the Panthers. They're a cat.
Oh, see, I want to go with the Panthers. They just won. They're on a hot streak, but
They have a better logo. They have better colors.
yeah,
The Giants. Are
the
you serious?
Giants are coming in to fight, and I'm going with the Giants.
If Drew Lock was starting the game, I would pick the Giants, but it's Panthers all day.
I'm marking mine with a blue pen. Giants are blue, so it just makes sense to go with blue. So
Yep.
yeah. So we got the 2-7 New England Patriots at the 4-4 Chicago Bears. Another barn fucking burner here. Who are you taking?
Not the Bears.
You're not taking the Bears?
Not taking the Bears.
So you're taking Patriots.
Yep. Drake May. Drake May action. It's gonna be May.
I don't believe
I used to like the Patriots, but not anymore.
I do like the Patriots. I do. But I think the Bears at home will just sneak a win out. Just sneak it out. It'll be a shitty performance, but the Bears are going to do it. I'm taking the Bears. Now we got the 4-4 San Francisco 49er frauds at the 4-5 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Should have beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
I'm not gonna take the San Francisco frauds. I'll take the Bucks.
Well, I'm on that same train. We're both taking the Bucks.
I think Baker Mayfield's playing very good football, but obviously when they play the Chiefs, no one can beat the Chiefs except for the Packers. I think the Packers are actually the last team to beat the Chiefs.
We're talking about this year, pal.
I know, but going into last year, since the Chiefs are undefeated this year, the Packers beat the Chiefs last year late in the season. I don't know if the Chiefs lost any games. They've won the Super Bowl. They won all their playoff games.
Who won the first Super Bowl?
Packers?
Yeah. Against who?
Chiefs?
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah, they do.
First losers ever to lose in the Super Bowl? The Chiefs. They suck.
Mark my words on this one. I think Patrick Mahomes is done winning Super Bowls.
Done?
Yeah. Remember when the Patriots went undefeated and they lost the Super Bowl against Eli Manning?
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen to Patrick Mahomes this year.
Perfect.
They're going to go undefeated. They're going to play the Packers in the Super Bowl. They're going to lose.
I'm fine with that. I got nothing wrong with that. Fourth game of the noon. 5-4 Denver Broncos at the 8-0 Kansas City Chiefs.
Broncos.
All right. So hear me out here. Everything in my mind and
I'm giving you the point, dude. I'm giving you the point.
Everything in my mind and body wants to say Broncos, even though this year I truly hate the Broncos and never go for them.
Hey, Bo Nix is actually not playing too bad.
And Bo Nix's name just drives me absolutely insane. I don't know what it is. I don't like saying it. I don't like seeing it. I don't like hearing it. So I hate to take the Chiefs, but like you said, I need some points, so I'm taking the Chiefs.
This is where you're going to lose a point. I'm a guarantee. I'm taking a guarantee on this one, but I'm going to lose it.
It's a guaranteed point. Maybe that's my winning point. I win the whole thing by this one game.
Whatever. Well, no, you're not winning the whole thing. You've lost all your college football games, so.
The next one is the 7-2 Buffalo Bills at the 4-5 Indianapolis Colts. Do you want me to pick?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm taking Buffalo. It's just a no-brainer. So
put me down for the same exact team.
Yeah, just a no-brainer. It's hard to take Indianapolis, even though
Colts are a mess. I mean, I have Michael Pittman on my team, and he has not done anything, and I feel bad for him because I do think he has potential. But when you have Joe Flacco playing, who is like 48 years old now, maybe 50.
Are you leaving him on your bench, or are you going to keep him out?
I don't have any other options on my bench, so I have to play him this week. He got me 1 point last week. That's great.
Oh, nice. Game 6 on the noon is the 6-2 Pittsburgh Steelers at the 7-2 Washington Commanders. I'm taking Washington all day. I'm a big believer in them.
Taking the Steelers.
Okay. Game. What?
10% battery remaining.
Well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games left, so we'll go. 6-2 Minnesota Vikings at the 2-7 Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jaguars.
Jaguars. Okay. Well, I'm
They're
taking
a cat.
Minnesota. I'm taking Minnesota because the Jaguars are trash mongrels.
Whatever.
8 is the 6-3 Atlanta Falcons at the 2-7 New Orleans Saints. I'm taking Atlanta.
I'm taking Saints.
Wow, you're taking Saints?
Yeah, this is going to be a day where Alvin Kamara has like 4 touchdowns.
Okay. Well, on to the afternoon games. We got the 2-6 Tennessee Titans at the 5-3 LA Chargers.
Chargers. Justin Herbert all day long.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one. I can't go with the Titans. They are suckier than sucky. That's lower than trash mongrels.
Yeah.
Game 2, the 3-6 New York Jets at the 5-4 Arizona Cardinals. Are you taking the Cardinals? I am.
I'm taking the Jets. I don't like Kyler Murray. I'll never take him.
Well, I'm taking the Jets too. Last game in the afternoon is the 6-2 Philadelphia Eagles at the 3-5 Jerry Jones Dallas Cowboys.
You just write down the team that you know that I want to pick.
The Dallas Cowboys?
Mm.
Even though it might sound like maybe I took a mulligan, I'm taking a mulligan. I'm taking Dallas.
No Dak Prescott.
Doesn't
They
matter.
have Cooper Rush starting.
Doesn't matter.
Whatever, good pick.
They were going to put Jerry Jones in himself, and he's going to fucking play.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Hey, McCarthy, put me in. I can't. I'm the owner. Okay.
Okay, go in at running back. Watch both of his femurs snap.
On to Sunday Night Football. The 7-1 Detroit Lions at the 6-3 Houston Texans.
Go Texans. I hope CJ Stroud's put the Lions to sleep. Send those Lions back to the Lion King. Make them fucking comics.
I'm taking the Lions.
Okay, whatever. I don't like the Lions.
The last one, Monday night, which doesn't sound like a banger at all, but maybe it might be. The 2-6 Miami Dolphins at the 4-4 LA Rams. You're taking Miami? I'm gonna stay with the Rams.
Miami taking Dolphins.
No, you're taking Miami. So that's it. That is the picks, the game, everything that involves how you're going to lose. Because I'm gonna get my first win.
How many total points are there?
30.
I'm gonna get 29, Nathan McKinnon's number, out of 30 points right.
That would be impressive.
That should be $100 hobby box at least.
Yeah. Well, do you have anything more that you need to get off your chest? You got to say about the sports world, or anything in between?
I will sell this nice Jordan Love rookie auto to anyone who's interested. It's on Mustard Cats.
Okay.
It's on eBay. But if you don't want to buy it on eBay, you can get a better deal on Mustard Cats. But it's for sale. It's a great investment. I just need to move on from it because I'd like to buy a different Jordan Love card. So that's probably what I have to say. And it's a deer opener this weekend, so I'm heading down south, still in Minnesota, but gonna be looking for a nice buck. And
would that be? Would you go 3 for 3 then? You got a buck
for
last
bucks?
Yeah.
It's basically been first it was every other year. So my first year I got one. Second year was COVID, didn't get one. Third year got one, which was 21, 22 didn't get one. 23 didn't get one. Now it's this year.
Oh, so you're in a dry spell. You need one.
No, we could shoot for meat, but we're looking for the racks. Everyone likes a nice rack.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
Yeah, I'll be wearing some orange.
Like
Not sure if this is enough orange, but
like Miami.
no, like your Tide hat in the background. I think I gave that to you. Nice snow globe back there.
You like it? It's really nice.
It's not a snow globe, but yeah, I like it.
Um,
I think that's it.
yeah, nothing else. Well, again,
Gonna be boring. Actually, this hunting opener, deer opener, perfect timing because Packers on a bye, so I'm not really missing any football, and I'll just be sitting in a stand and watching these little fur mutts walk around in the woods, and hopefully we harvest one.
well, I'll be texting you. Make sure you have your phone on loud so they hear it, because I'll be like, "Hey, you're getting your ass kicked."
No, they actually, it's not really about the phone. They actually come to me because they're like, look at that handsome man up in the stand.
Yeah, that's
I
all.
will let him take my life.
That's all.
I'm like, all right, I like your meat.
Yeah, that's how it works. Well, I appreciate you coming on for the second time, Sam. We'll probably have you on again, but I think what we're probably going to do is a three-way. You, I, and Gary coming up here soon.
That
So
sounds nice.
yeah, doesn't it? Yeah, I know. Good old three-way. Everyone loves one of those. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of with your cousins down in Alabama too.
Yeah, I was the one that picked the Alabama Crimson Tide.
I did.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it.
So but yeah, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Hopefully I get a fucking kill, not like a deer kill, but like a win, because I would like to win,
Yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'll probably get off to a nice 4-0 start and go from there.
Ugh.
I'm looking for that hobby box coming in the mail a couple weeks from now after I win 30 to nothing.
Yeah, well, good luck getting all 30, pal. Well, you heard it here, folks. Go to www.mustardcast.com to check out all of our inventory and the Jordan Love that Sam popped up on there. So if you want to check out anything we have there, also it's linked to all of our social medias. So
I do have a few more cards just to show people, some of the things we got on there. Got a nice gentleman, 10 Lawrence Butler, who's going to be a stud next year. Tyrese Halliburton, he's playing pretty good this year. Nice little mint 9 gold wave. And then last of all, Michael Harris, who has been on the uprise this last part of the season, Gem Mint 10 rookie. So yeah, we got some fun stuff to look at on their website. And just got to reach out and see what you like.
Yeah, so jump on there, check it out. Otherwise, yeah, all of our social medias are on there. Go follow all of our social media so you can see any clips, anything that we're doing, short form content, and then we drop those BS rankings charts every week. Other than that, follow us
if you like. Follow us if you like sport.
Sport.
How an Australian man would say it. We love sport.
I agree. So follow us if you like sport. And we are only getting more and more and more and more and more and wait, more relevant. So thanks again, folks. Thanks again, Sam. We'll see you guys all next week for episode 11 when we'll have another guest. So everyone have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy some sports. Get mad at your couch. Get mad at your team. Have a couple beers. See you later.
Peace out.